The taxi dropped Maid at his street just before midnight. He stood outside the gate of his compound, suitcase in one hand, heart full of noise. Lagos never really slept, even at night. The distant hum of traffic, hawkers calling gala and lakasura, and night guards clanging metal rods against pavement made the city feel alive. But inside Maid, silence. He stared at his mother's flat. A light was on in the sitting room. She was waiting. She always waited. For every late night. For every bad decision. For every comeback. He hesitated. His phone buzzed. "You reach house?" "Taif." Maid didn't reply. Instead, he slipped the phone in his pocket and walked in. No knock. No doorbell. He had a key. The living room smelled like bomb and Dettol. Familiar. Safe. Maid, his mother's voice cut through the stillness. She stood in the hallway, robe on, headscarf loose, her eyes wide. "You came?" He nodded. "Mommy." It was the first time he called her that in years. She walked to him, hands trembling. "You're here." "I'm sorry," he whispered. And for the first time since he was a child, she hugged him. No rebuke. No questions. Just grace. The kind only a mother or a god could give. Easter Sunday came like a sunrise, slow, brilliant, unstoppable. Maid didn't plan to go to church. He hadn't stepped into one since university. But that morning, his mom placed a neatly ironed shirt on his bed. He stared at it for a long time. Then wore it. The church was buzzing. White lace. Ankara. Glittering shoes. The choir was already halfway through worship when they walked in. People stared. Maid was known in that area. But today, no one whispered. No one judged. The prodigal had returned. Pastor Emeka preached like he had fire in his bones. "Easter is not about a cross on a chain," he said, voice rising. "It's about a love that dies and still comes back for you. It's about a God who forgives, even when you don't deserve it." Maid couldn't breathe. Tears pushed against his eyelids. He was back. Back in the presence he'd run from. And suddenly, he didn't feel lost anymore. After the service, Taif came up behind him in the parking lot. "I heard you were home," she said. He turned slowly. "Taif." She handed him something. An envelope. "It's from Debbie. She wrote it before the surgery." Maid froze. Hands shaking, he opened it. "Dear Uncle Maid. If I don't wake up, don't be sad. Jesus woke up. That's what Easter means. So maybe I'll see you again, when you believe again. Tell Mommy not to cry too much. And tell God, thank you. Love, Debbie." Maid crumpled. Right there. In the church compound. He didn't care who was watching. He wept like a man who had finally seen the truth. Easter wasn't about avoiding pain. It was about finding hope after the pain. That evening, Maid went to the hospital. Not to see Debbie, but to visit the children's ward. He brought toys, food, storybooks, and laughter. The nurse in charge asked, "Are you with an NGO?" He smiled. "No. Just someone who remembers what it's like to be forgotten." And for the first time in his adult life, Maid didn't feel like a failure. He felt resurrected. The next Easter, Maid launched a foundation in Debbie's name, Deborah's Room. A place where sick children could heal with love, music, books, and hope. The opening ceremony was filled with kids, laughter, balloons, music. Taif gave a speech. Maid shared Debbie's letter. And the story went viral. Channels called it the Easter miracle. But Maid, he called it something else. "It's not a miracle," he told one reporter. It's what happens when love refuses to die. The end. Redemption and forgiveness are always possible, no matter how far we've strayed. Love, even in its most painful moments, has the power to heal and give life a new purpose. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and comment.